Through a pyramid? I wonder. Let's see. Let's see. We have more. Read this on the tetragrammaton. Now you can get this from Sunday worship terms from pagan origin. Got it? I need you to read this paragraph. That's highlighted, then we'll show it on the screen. Read that.
The tradition of not speaking the name came into being during the rabbi's exile into Babylon. It was learned from the Babylonian religious practice.
It was learned from the Babylonian religious practice. What was learned from them? Read.
Of not speaking the names of their sun deities.
Of not speaking the name of their son, the S-U-N deities. So not speaking the Most High's name, that was never written of in the scriptures that you're not supposed to speak the Most High's name. This was in ancient Babylon. That's where they got that from. Why?
For fear that their names were too holy and would bring disaster on their nation if they did so.
Go ahead.
The practice of not speaking the deity's name, hiding it from the people, and substituting titles for the name is called the art of ineffability.
It's called the art of what?
The art of ineffability.
It's an art of ineffability, of hiding a name and introducing another name. So that's what these Masoretes or Jewish people did. Read.
And it's based purely on fear, superstition, and man-made tradition.
And man-made tradition. Okay? I need y'all to read that because they tell you that they cannot say the name of the Most High. Or they say his name once a year, or the name that they are claiming is the name of the Most High. And that comes from the Babylonian riches because they are dealing with Babylonian riches. The pyramid, the light shining through the pyramid. What's that about? We're going to show you that in a moment also. How does that connect with the name? We'll show you that. You got it? Okay. Now, around the 10th century, the Masoretes, which were Jewish people, took our records, opened our records, and injected their names, the name of their gods into our records. In the book of Psalms, all through the Bible, knowing that we were in captivity, knowing that, we weren't in a position to fight or argue the content of what they were divulging to the world or exposing to the world. It was not until the early 1900s our people started waking up to who we were. And it was too late. The name was already injected. But let's see if we can take you through some steps from the past, from ancient Israel all the way until today. Let's see if we can do that. Go to Judges, the 2nd chapter. We're going to take you way back, bring you up to the Masoretes, and bring you to today. Let's go to the book of Judges 2 and 11. I'm going to read through the 13th verse. Go ahead.
Judges 2 and 11. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord.
So our people, after coming out of Egypt, did evil. Read on.
And served Baalim.
And served who?
And served Baalim.
Remember that name. They served Baalim. B-A-A-L-I-M. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And they forsook the Lord God of their fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt.
So they forsook the I am, or Ahayah. Read.
and vowed of the gods of the people that were round about them.
They did what?
And vowed of the gods of the people that were round about them.
That is key. So the children of Israel, our forefathers, after receiving the true understanding, fell and started following the gods of the people around them. Read.
And bowed themselves unto them, and provoked the Lord to anger.
And we made the Most High angry. Go ahead.
Verse 13. And they forsook the Lord, and served Baal and Ashtoreth.
They served who?
Baal and Ashtoreth.
They served Baal and Ashtoreth. Who's Baal? We'll show you in a moment. Is Baal connected to Jehovah? Could Baal be connected to Yahweh? Let's see. Just stick with us. We have a lot of information here. Read on. What verse you at now?
Verse 14.
Go ahead.
And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he delivered them into the hands of spoilers.
And did what?
And delivered them into the hands of spoilers.
Go ahead.
And spoiled them. And he sold them into the hands of their enemies round about, so that they could not any longer stand before their enemies.
See that? So something happened. Israel started following the gods, Baalim or Baali. Gods that Moses didn't know. Okay. Not after the Most High, the God of the Hebrews revealed himself to them. Gods Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob didn't know. They didn't know anything about Baalim or serving Baalim or Baalim. So when our people today say that in Israel's history and in our artifacts we can find certain names and they attach it to our people, that's correct. But that doesn't mean that the names that were attached to our ancient people were righteous. Don't forget, our people fell. Our people started going into these other gods and exalting these gods. So if they have these gods in their homes and teaching their children these wicked deities and Baalim and make constructs to them, and you come 2,000 years later and look at it and say, I'm going to do it because my foreparents had it. Did that make you right? Or are you committing the same mistake your foreparents committed? Are you falling in the same error? Ask yourself. Let me get this book in. This book is called God, Goddesses, and Images of God. God, Goddesses, and Images of God. See that? In this book, okay, on page 205, let me go there. It says, now, in this book, so you can, I don't have the opportunity to read the whole book to you, but what this book is doing, this particular book is going into all the deities Israel followed. Okay? All of them. All the gods Israel followed in ancient times. Okay? It says here on page 205. Can you read that for me? It is probable.
It is probable.
Now, mind you, I want them to see this title though. Because we forgot the Most High's name for Baal. Baal, El, Yahweh, and his Asherah. And his Asherah. Okay? So when we read in Judges 3 and 13 that we serve Baal and Ashtaroth, that's Asherah. You see right here. So this links directly to the scriptures. Okay? Baal, El, Yahweh, and Asherah. So this goes into the scriptures and show you all the gods are. Don't forget, Israel fell over and over. You can find more passages of Israel falling and doing the wrong thing than the right thing. Okay? So don't think just because don't think because we find artifacts of Israel in a certain name of God with them that it's the God. Okay? Read that real quick. It is probable.
It is probable that both elements, Yah and Baal, refer to the same deity.
It says what?
Yah and Baal refer to the same deity.
So it's the same deities. Read.
Namely Yahweh, who was worshipped also as Baal in the Iron Age.
Read that again.
Namely Yahweh, who was worshipped also as Baal in Iron Age.
So, Israel worshipped Yahweh as Baal in the Iron Age. See, we wasn't taught this history over here in slavery. Read.
In the Old Testament, Yahwistic transmission of tradition. The names Isbaal, Yerubbaal, Maribaal, and Baal Yah toward the end of the period. The two names for the deity were apparently no longer interchangeable.
So, through time, the two names were no longer interchangeable. Baal and Yahweh during the Iron Age were the same. Okay. Before I go into the matters, bring it to modern day. Let's break down the word Yahweh. Or Jehovah. Or Yahweh. Yah or Jah. Before I go into the matters. Okay? Hold up the Strong's Concordance so that they can see that, please. Okay. And your exhaustive Strong's expanded concordance. That's a pretty good one there. From the Tetragrammaton we get Yahweh or Yahweh, depending on what dialect you're speaking. Those that don't know how to use the Strong's Concordance, this name is only written in the Hebrew. So you would need to go into the Concordance Hebrew part in the back of your Concordance. You have your Hebrew and your Greek in your Strong's Concordance to give you the original words or the original names before the English translation. The right meaning for each word. This word, YHWH or Yahweh or Yahweh from the Tetragrammaton is 3068 in the Strong's Concordance. Can you get that out of there for me, please, brother? 3068 from the Strong's Concordance. You have it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you read what that say?
Jehovah. Jehovah. Jewish national name of God.
It's what?
Jewish national name of God.
So this is not all mankind's national name of God. This is the Jewish people.